Welcome back to the UK's fastest circuit here at Thruxton, as the Gas Shocks production BMWs are literally ready to head out onto the track for their race. There's a full grid here, so let's find out who's taken pole.
The 2008 Renault Clio champion Ben Winrow takes pole position. Alongside him on the front row of the grid is Alan Wildman, and last year's BMW champion Rob Smith lines up in third position. Big grid as ever, and some drivers like Kevin Welsh, Graham Collison, Nigel Jones a little bit lower down than perhaps usually expect to see them. Warren Gazard in 29th position, one of the stars of qualifying this morning, bumping and bouncing across the curbs, as was his brother Mark, who lines up in 31st. Towards the back of the grid, we've got the husband and wife team, Leonard and Robin Oliver. A full field as ever, and some great action in prospect.
It's a first for TTRS here at Thruxton Racing, so circuit knowledge is paramount to the results. As you can see, Alan Wildman is in second place, and in pole position today we've got Ben Winrow, who's a serious contender for a title.
He certainly is, as the red lights are about to go on they go. We're about to go racing. Here we go. A huge grid of BMWs move away as Rob Smith gets squeezed between Alan Wildman and Ben Winrow. Nick Bart making a good start around the outside. We go in car with Stuart Waite, and all you can see is BMWs. There's cars coming from every angle as Stuart Waite just settles in behind Ben Winrow. We've got Nick Bark in the blue car to the far left of the screen as they all fan out, coming up and into the complex. Bark locks up his brakes. It's Rob Smith who's taken the early lead. Ben Winrow moves through into second. Around the outside there goes Tim Wilson as he barges back on track just ahead of Kevin Welsh. Alan Wildman has been shuffled well down the order from second on the grid. He's into about 6th or 7th position now, with Kevin Welsh snapping at his heels. Everybody safely through, no mean feat, with 38 cars as they head out on to the far side of the circuit, with Rob Smith still leading the way. Stuart Waite bouncing round and up into third position. We go in car Stuart Waite as he goes into second position. The wipers of ways, you can see the rain coming down on the windscreen as Kevin Welsh looking to move to the inside of Rob Smith as well, but Stuart Waite has got the early advantage as he goes side by side with Ben Winrow through Church in the damp, flat out from Stuart Waite. Some fantastic driving, and the slipstream effect of these BMWs isn't as big as you perhaps expected with some categories, so really the exit speed from the corner is all important, and Ben Winrow carried that up towards the club chicane. He moves to the inside of Stuart Waite. Surely Winrow is going to go through. No, he's not. Stuart Waite keeps his foot in. The rear of the car steps out. He goes one way, he goes the other, across one curb, up onto the other, back into the track in front of Ben Winrow. And after all of that, Stuart Waite keeps the lead, and it's Ben Winrow, who did nothing wrong, who is shuffled down into about 6th position. So we go back in car with Stuart Waite, who is now demoted into second position, as through goes Rob Smith. Also looking to make the move through is Kevin Welsh, as Welsh squeezes Waite to the outside of the circuit. The most difficult possible racing conditions in the drizzle here, the track getting increasingly slippery as Welsh looks to the inside of Waite as they go into complex, no way through there. Tim Wilson in the mix in the black and orange machine. He's got Alan Wildman right on his tail. Wildman recovering from a pretty poor start, and then Ben Winrow and Nick Bark also there or thereabouts, with Kevin Welsh and Nigel Jones including themselves in that leading group as well. We go back in car with Stuart Waite in second position as Rob Smith leads, and he places his BMW in all the right positions, making that car very, very wide indeed. So no way through at the moment for Stuart Waite as Liam Crilly and Nigel Jones go side by side. Liam Crilly keeping his footing around the outside. He almost runs out of road there as he sets off in pursuit of Olive Jones. Well, back ahead of the field, we've got Stuart Waite, who's gone through into lead. So it's Stuart Waite leading the way from Rob Smith. Then that gap back to Robin Welsh, Tim Wilson, Alan Wildman and Ben Winrow. The leading 6 cars really moving as one up Woodham Hill onto the club chicane once more. Now imagine that Stuart Waite will have probably learnt from last time around. Yes, he gets on the brakes in a more orderly fashion, and this time he turns through the corner without the rear of the car attempting to overtake the front. And well, I say that, he slides nonetheless, but this time it's the turn of Kevin Welsh to visit the curbs, and he bounces back onto the track. This time it doesn't delay Ben Winrow as Winrow looks to move up into third. We go in car with Neil Adams as, oh, hello to number 71, Alex Green, bang. And well, that's a new door, I think, for Alex Green. Neil Adams looks for reverse gear as he rejoins the rear of the field. Alex Green accelerates out of the way onto the grass, and yes, you can see where Green's car has been savaged So a little bit of a hole in the side of his BMW. This a very cost-effective way of going racing the Gaz Shocks Production BMW Championship, so it won't cost him too much to repair the car, but his chances in this race are long gone. Unlike this, the battle for third position, it's now Ben Winrow up into third place as Tim Wilson looks to the inside of Robin Welsh. No way through there. Wilson takes a big bite of curve as Alan Wildman runs wide and onto the grass. That enables Nick Bark, Kevin Welsh and Liam Crilly to all join in the mix, as Winrow will do what he can to try and close the gap down to Rob Smith in second and the race leader Stuart Waite. Well, Stuart Waite reasonably well positioned, and this is his best run of 2010 thus far, as Kevin Welsh sets off in pursuit Alan Wildman. He almost sets off en route to the countryside there, running very wide, and that enables Liam Crilly to go through. More damage there to the side of Kevin Denver's coming. You can see that the left-hand door really completely caved in as Stuart Waite, you can see the advantage he's got over Rob Smith, and then Rob Smith's probably got a bit of a bigger advantage to Ben Winrow, who has got Robin Welsh all over his rear bumper like a cheap suit. Robin Welsh looks to the outside, no way through there. Winrow, he has raced here, of course, in Renault Clio, so he knows a thing or two about keeping his competitors behind him, and that's exactly what he manages to do going through the club chicane. Again, it's Welsh who is a little bit more ragged, so Ben Winrow able to buy himself half a car's length, which in one make saloon car racing is absolutely everything you need. Ravi Ramid has got Graham Collison giving him a helping hand as they go along the start and finish straight, and Collison, well, he can't go past Ravi Ramid, so he tries to drive through him, and that's not going to get him anywhere. As climbing up towards the complex once more, we have got this epic battle for the top 10 positions as Tony Smith looks to the inside of Kevin Welsh, and through he goes. So Smith does score and gains the position as he now chases Nick Bark. As you can see Bark there in the Golf Tribute livery car, the orange and sky blue. He in turn is chasing down Nigel Olive-Jones, and then at the rear of that particular group we've got Tom Ibrahim in the red number 42 machine. So Nigel Olive-Jones, one of the more entertaining drivers in this championship. Nick Bark, who's really going for the title in 2010, will be frustrated with as low down as this as Tom Ibrahim picks his way past Kevin Welsh. And it looks to me as if the track's just beginning to dry out a little bit. The drivers don't have the wipers going like they did a couple of laps ago, the exception being Robin Welsh. And that means that those who were possibly counting on the dry race, the track's coming towards them as Robin Welsh looks to the outside of Rob Smith, and through he goes. Brilliant manoeuvre from Robin Welsh, right the way around the outside into the club chicane. He gains the position. Now what can Rob Smith do? Well, he retaliates by just giving him a little bit of a tap to let him know he's there. I don't think Robin Welsh really needs a reminder as they head on towards Allard. Further back, this is looking a little bit congested as well, as Stephen Carter moved to the inside of the three cars already in the circuit, so 4 abreast up Woodham Hill as Simon Basford goes backwards into the barrier. Oh dear, that's a great shame for Simon Basford. So I don't think he's done too much damage. He looks for reverse gear, which he is going to find as the Stephen Carter battle arrives at the club chicane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them just about skitter through the club chicane, all running line astern. So Simon Basford is going to find himself engulfed in that battle in fairly short order. There's Miles Howard there in the middle of that lot, and Miles, you usually expect to see a little bit higher up the order than that. As we go back to the leaders, and Ben Winrow is past Rob Smith, he's now right on the tail of Stuart Waite. So this is the battle for the lead of the race. Waite, who's been a long time leader, is going to lose out here because Winrow's got the run around the outside into the club chicane. Nothing that Stuart Waite can do. So Ben Winrow takes the lead, and it looks as if he's on course possibly to back up his pole position with the race win. We go in car with Stuart Waite. Now what can he do about chasing down Ben Winrow as they make their way into Allard once more? Well, Winrow just drives the car so smoothly. Stuart Waite having to push, and that's just cost him a 10th or so through Allard. They come up to the complex. Will it cost him some more time? When Ben Winrow doesn't even look like he's trying. Stuart Waite, you can see the car bouncing on the suspension as Ravi Ramid and Mike Dugdale arrive at the club chicane. Ramid gets very sideways. Ramid goes over. Oh no, disaster for Ravi Ramid. And well, that was a perfectly executed roll, and he's lost the windscreen, he's lost all the windows, and I don't know how he quite managed to do that. The sheer momentum and physics of the car tipping it over. So Ravi Ramid, he's not going to be exiting the club chicane in fairly short order, so that's an added obstacle for the race leaders as we move into the final lap of the race, as Ben Winrow makes his way past the remains of Ravi Ramid's vehicle. Ravi Ramid, glad to say, out of the car. He's okay as Ben Winrow accelerates up the line and the checkered flag. He takes the win. So Winrow wins it from Stuart Waite. And then a bit of a race for third position. It's gone the way of Rob Smith as his namesake Tony Smith jinks past Rafi Reed, Nigel Olive-Jones and Kevin Welsh as Welsh and Jones accelerate up to the line. Olive-Jones jumps on the brakes and Kevin Welsh goes through. What was Nigel Olive-Jones doing? And Tony Smith's done the same as well. So the two drivers ahead of Kevin Welsh can see position, so Welsh takes 8th place. Ben Winrow, the winner, from Stuart Waite, and Rob Smith rounding out the podium.
Ben, you drove a blinding race.
Yeah, well, it's good. I mean, Thruxton's great fun. We put it on pole this morning by a reasonable margin, and then got tangled up a little bit at the on the first lap at the last chicane. So I think we were back down in about 6th or 7th, to be honest. But it all makes for an interesting race, and yeah, it's always good fun when you have to come through the pack a little bit.
And you got fastest lap out there as well.
Did we? Okay, jolly good. That's all that matters then. Yeah, no, it's good fun.
Stuart, did you enjoy that race?
Yeah, that was entertaining to say the least.
And it certainly didn't look easy out there.
No, it's these guys are so close that you've really got to want to get past and try and get a gap. But Ben managed to claw me back at the end, but I kept him honest towards the end.
So your first race here at Thruxton, and you get a podium. Well done.
Loved it, absolutely brilliant. The circuit was fast, and it's brilliant racing.
What is it that's so brilliant? Obviously, with a fast track, you've got a lot of technicality out there and a lot of driving to do. But in terms of the competition,
All the cars are the same, and everyone tries really hard, and just getting one place is a real mission. So every place you get is brilliant, and being on the podium, fantastic.
well, despite it being absolutely freezing here at Thruxton, the rain's just about held off for most of the day, and it's just about starting to come down now. But as always with saloon racing, it's been close, it's been exciting, and we've seen some great battles. If you enjoyed that, then join us next time here at Full Speed Racing.